Maybe they'll figure it out. Can you type into that section and tell them to go look for the other live stream?
Well, I can type it in. I don't know if anybody will see it.
That's why I tried to do that early.
I'm not getting a notification either that you...
It's set to private. That's the problem.
Oh.
Public. Okay. That was because we did that private test. Boy, I tell you, first time you try something, there's always something that goes wrong.
I knew we should have had some way of figuring this out.
Well, I tried my best. People are coming. We're good.
Figuring this out.
4 people so far made it back.
I tried my best.
People are coming. Hello, yes, Canary. Thank you.
Just mute mine and try and listen to yours. I should have brought in the speakers. The next time we do something like this, I'll bring in the little speakers so I can hear yours better.
Yay. People are finding their way.
Patiently waiting. Do we stay here?
Yes, we stay here.
We stay here? Where the live stream is offline? No.
No, we stay here. You're on air. Sorry, I didn't understand the question. So I guess the answer is no, we don't stay here. You go to the live stream. Six people made it back. All right. Jonathan made it. Sorry guys, since we've never done this before, we don't know what we're doing. But looks like you all are figuring it out. Yay, yes. Now that we've disrupted ourselves, we can get on to our healing. Sending our healing energy to everybody, right? All right. Let me get to my list.
Hopefully, I'm hoping everybody got my message. And
Well, there's 9 people here now. Hi, Mary.
okay.
Canary figures they're still in meditation with their eyes closed, which would be good.
Uh-oh. No, never mind.
Hey, everybody. Got 14 people back. 15. We're getting up there, people. All right. Yep, Spirit Incarnate made it back. Moonfire Dawn made it back. Misha made it back. Yay. Ah, well, that must have been because, you're familiar with those words. It's a good thing. She had to refresh her computer to see this. All right. Hi, Melissa. Thank you for participating. We got people from all over. It's wonderful. All right, well, let's get started on sending some energy to a few people. I have a list of names that were sent, and the first two names are from someone in Brazil. Mexico is present. Yes. So I'm going to type in the name, and then we're going to spend some time to focus healing energy towards this individual. So here's the first name.
It hasn't come through here.
It'll come through in a second.
There it is. And everybody remember to send healing energy, but not your individual energy, that universal energy that we got going during the healing or the tree meditation.
Absolutely. So I'm going to put the second name up. Again, this is the second name from Brazil. Okay. So now we have three names. They're from Moscow. Oops. And they won't be able to see this until later. So this is the first name from Moscow. And while we're doing this, I'd like to call in all of our personal spirit guides and gods and goddesses that we might work with. Oh, it's the same name. You are correct. All right, look at the next one. She's just got a double whack. Okay, here's another name. This time it's different. Also in Moscow. And there is another name from Moscow. If I can get it, there we go. That's why I'm putting the names up so you can see them. Okay, this is the 12-year-old's mother, so we're going to send her some energy too. And if you're just joining us, we're doing a healing circle. So send healing energy to the names I put up. Spend at least 10 seconds focused on their names, since I don't know how to pronounce them anyway. Okay. So we're identifying this person by the name of her granddaughter, because she didn't want her name shared. So these are the particulars. So we need to focus through Tamara, who's one of our members, and send energy to her grandmother, Francois. So the next one, they sent me 2 names. So we'll start with the first one, because there's a last name with the first name. And hopefully, since we focused on him, he can send the energy to the unknown last name, Barbara.
I think next time, personally, it would help me if we had it like either at least a country for the places out of the U.S. and
It would be nice, but
if we had a state for the ones in the U.S.
yeah.
But just something that would help me focus better.
Yes, because we don't know for sure where most of these people are hailing from. So here's our next name on the list. Oh, don't add names yet. Do it after we're done with all the names I have. Sorry. Or we'll do yours after we do Aisha. I'm gonna get my hands hot though. Okay, since we have 2 new names in, we'll do one at a time. Let's send energy to Alexander Rose. And then Jocelyn.
Really like the idea of a bunch of people doing this all together to try and heal someone.
I do too. So here's the next name I have. And if the person who sent the name in, when we get those names in here, I'm going to have to go back up there for those.
Yeah, we'll get those in
Then we can send the ideas. If you know the person and you're putting their name in, then we'll send the energy to you to direct to them. So right now let's focus on Jane B. Okay, so it looks like some people put their names in for the healing circle. So Juliana would like some energy for herself, I'm thinking. So let's all send Juliana some healing energy. Okay, so the next list up there is Elena, Olivia, and Natalie. So we should do one for each of them through Ideate Star. So Elena first. have to stop it from scrolling. Otherwise, I'm going to get lost because they're adding more names. Okay. So now Olivia through ideate star. And then Natalie through ideate again. Okay, and then we have Charlotte. CX put in Charlotte. So we'll send energy to CX to send to Charlotte, or maybe CX is Charlotte. We can't tell. And yes, thank you, Jonathan, for attempting that. Okay, guys, I'm going to get through my list and then we're going to go back up here because everybody's just putting their names in. I'd like to get through the list before. And I'll just have to back up and find everybody's names. Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you were Charlotte. Okay, so here's the next list on the next name on my list. Denise Tabors. Oh, that one got a good tingle. Actually, most of them are. Maybe you can help track where I have to go back to. Here's the next name on my list. These are people who went and sent their names in.
If I'm going to see the names in your list, I have to.
Oh, that's true. We'll just have to back up, or people, well, it's underneath where Jonathan put his thing, so that's kind of a good place to tag it, so we can use that. So Yumi David. So the next two names are in the UK. One of them is one of our people that's on right now. So I'm going to send some energy to Philippa, or Philippa, however she says her name. And then to her stepmom. Lucky girl. Or lucky stepmom. Donna Marie Carter. So I'm focusing, sending this energy to Philippa to send on. If she's still online. Okay,
Do you have a lot more on your list?
a few more.
Okay.
So our next name is Orion Star Garden.
Stargard. I like that.
Yeah, nice. Orion. Yeah. My favorite constellation because it was wintertime, the easiest one for me to see and recognize. From Vancouver, Washington. Okay. Thank you, Orion. So we're going to send it directly to you. I'm getting close. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more names on my list. So here's the next name, Rachel Hensley. I'm not sure where she's from. Ah, she is in Wisconsin. Hi, Rachel. We're doing a live healing circle, Sacred Cottage Book of Light. It's the second half of our circle.
Boy, people have such great names.
Okay. So this name, Shay Wishna, she lives up in Portland, Oregon. You are there. I thought I felt you. You're welcome. The last three names just came in this morning, and I believe that they're African names. Not sure where they live, but somewhere on the continent of Africa. I'm assuming that this next name is his relative because they have the same last name. And the last name that I have okay, so now we're going to go back up to where people started putting their names in, and I got distracted here. Here's Jonathan's message. Okay. Orestes Vivaris, and they live in Norway. All right, next person is Rob C. Nancy Lockyer sent in the name, so we'll send her the energy since she knows who Rob C. is, and we don't. Okay, so then Rita sent in Rita Sexton. I'm thinking it might be her because it's a Rita S. So we'll send Rita energy. And then to Dennis Sexton. And then Donna Marie Cater in Lancashire, UK.
I should point out, there was at least one person I couldn't get energy through to because it seemed like some form of protection, and I didn't want to. I felt like I could have forced the energy through, but I didn't. So, one of the people's names that were put up, though. So, if anybody has anything that would protect them for the healing energy,
And that can happen. I think I had that happen to me at one point too. Someone thought I was being attacked because I couldn't get through.
this wasn't that. It seemed to be a pre-existing thing. That, person probably didn't think about have some protection they're wearing or something.
So, writer, you're gonna have to like elucidate on that after we get through the rest of these here. Nancy put in Anna Pin. So energy to Anna Pin through Nancy. Okay, so Marisol Losada in New York City, various health issues. As we are assuming that everyone got permission from the person they're having energy sent to. So Gary would like us to send healing energy to Loretta Romero. Okay, the crow callers put in a name that I dare not try to pronounce. Dagukan Kork Maz from Turkey.
Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce a G with that above it.
Yeah, since we don't speak Turkish. We have no clue. But we can look at the name. Send energy to the name. So Nancy Lockyer says her friend Rob C. is in the hospital in Louisiana. Did we send him energy already? I don't remember.
I don't think so, no.
Let's send him energy anyway, just
I don't
in case.
think we did.
Yeah, because there could be any number of people with C for the last name. Okay, writer has Lynette Bevan. She has a bunch of names. Okay, I don't know how much longer we can keep this up. Okay, so Lynette Bevan is her mother in Cardiff, Wales. And Gareth Bevan is her brother in Cardiff. And Paul Rodowitz is in Brecons, Wales. And some healing energy to Rebecca Evans Fairwater in Wales, who is, we assume, writer. Writer says she also felt resistance on somebody. Marcel felt it. Yay.
Awesome.
Really? I couldn't hear the crow. Well, I believe you. Crow caller felt happiness and comfort go through you. You're welcome. Okay, so Jonathan's put my name in the hat with a really funny email that I thoroughly enjoyed, asking me for my permission, and I gave it. So I wouldn't mind getting some energy from everybody to help finish healing my hand from the shingles. And I'm in Oregon, on the coast of Oregon. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I really feel that in my fingers. Thank you. So I'd like to put Ian in the healing circle as well. And
Thank you.
send some healing to him for all of his various whatevers. Okay, guys.
Thank you all for that nice energy.
All right, so at this point, I think it'd probably be a good idea for us to ground this energy, because we're going to wear ourselves out completely if we're not too careful. And so I want you to put your hands up over your head. Remember, we had that ball of white light over top of us as we did the healing chant and the tree meditation. And pull that energy down. Give yourself an extra little boost of healing energy and light energy as you go. And then bring it down and put it on the ground, on the floor, wherever you are, and send it to the earth. And give extra healing energy to the planet. You can maintain your connection to the earth, but pull your roots up just a little bit so that you're... Look, I disappeared. I'm gone. And then we can chat for a bit and talk about this, see how it worked. This has been an interesting experiment with our little technical glitch. We know better now.
It has. Well, we can get that better next time.
Yeah, we can figure that out. And I haven't had a chance to tell you guys, but I had the fairies come and try and heal my fingers a couple nights back, and they actually got the swelling down enough from the one time that they did that I could see my knuckles again, which was like, I haven't seen my knuckles since May, so that was pretty awesome. Mary says they went cold and numb. I can't feel my hands. Yeah, well, we can't do it forever. That's the reason why we're supposed to, do this in bits and pieces. So that was a lot of people that we put in our healing circle.
Yeah. I'm afraid that glitch may have left a couple people hanging.
Well, hopefully they figured it out. It's just, I tried to warn people on the community page that this might happen. So Ryder says, this was brilliant, Siofra. I really enjoyed this. Fairies are awesome. Thank you. Misha says, wow,
really
amazing, wonderful fairies. I know. It's just like, a surprise. But I was very happy. So Philippa's hands are also cold. Rachel says, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. You're welcome. Sacred Cottage Book of Light says, it's funny you say what you said about your fingers, because I watched your videos all day yesterday and I felt my left hand hurting, and before I was tapping into the group energy and felt the light. Interesting.
Awesome.
Canary says, thanks everyone. My face went slightly flushed when my name was in the circle. Jonathan says, that was beautiful. Thank you, and love to everyone here and mentioned. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate it. Nancy says, wishing everyone bright blessings, and thank you, Siofra. You're welcome. Rita says, what a wonderful experience. And Ryder says that, Jonathan, thank you, you too. Jonathan says, my hands are cold and tingly. Never felt this before. And mine kind of
experiences
stayed.
are awesome.
Yeah, it's always good to get those kinds of experiences because that's what I mean, that's the whole point of this is to learn what happens.
I
And,
usually get heat, but
yeah,
then that may be because of the Reiki.
right. And my hands are mostly warm because of that too, probably. Um, Marisol says, "Thank you so much, everyone. I really felt like I was being lifted. Yay." Moonfire Dawn said, "Phenomenal experience. So glad I set reminders and alerts." Yeah, sometimes that's the only way to get these things done. So, this is great. And that's the thing. I had someone contacted me about a family member of hers, and they actually sent me a photo of the individual in his hospital bed. And he was in dire condition. I mean, the doctors can't understand why he got better. I just heard from her last night. She wanted me to know that the doctors are baffled. He had sepsis and he was like on his last legs. And the picture really helped me to focus as well as the name because I like to do things specific, like I want to know I'm giving the energy to the person I'm trying to give the energy to. And I wasn't sure whether it was going to work because I could tell how dire his health was. So I was very happy to find out that it worked and he got better. Because sometimes the universe has other things in mind, so sometimes healing doesn't work the way we think we'd like it to. So Aresta says, "My hands are still warm, but I feel completely empty of energy. So good to go get something to eat because magic is hungry work and it does get you kind of drained." Misha says, "The chant at the beginning made my head felt a strong energy around it. It was very powerful." Yeah, the healing chant, I like that a lot. And we repeat it 9 times. 9 is a magic number from Ireland, the Celts, and it's sort of like the number just before completion. And when I found the chant and modified it a little bit to make it work better for me, I had to decide how often we were going to repeat it, and that was what I came up with. So, and yeah, Marisol says, "That's so wonderful. You're amazing, Siofra. This is amazing." Yeah, the things that we can actually accomplish when we're focused and putting our mind to it is quite remarkable. Mary says, "I'll sleep well tonight."
And to Philippa, no, it was not you.
That was blocked?
Yes. No,
Okay.
It was one of the individuals with an African name, I believe.
Ah. Okay. Sacred Cottage Book of Light says, "I also felt my crown chakra going crazy and I didn't even know about the chant." Yeah. And it's one of those things that the more you do it, the stronger it gets. And I've done it like in the car on the way to work sometimes. Any kind of repetition like that helps. It's sort of like you're putting a program in your head and you're opening up a pathway to specific energies. And that's what you're doing. You're programming that opening, that pathway. And the more you go through that door into that energy center, the easier it is each time you do it to go in, which is why it accumulates and gets stronger and stronger. So Moonfire says, "I'm grateful mine worked, especially when they came back on the second half." Yeah,
It's a writer caught that too, apparently.
yeah, and she said it wasn't her either. Yes, the first African name. And I wondered about that person because I saw him asking for a lot of stuff online today after he sent me his names. So, who knows? You just don't know what people are doing and what they're into and
Yeah, well, I'm
where
sure it was
they're at.
probably accidental if they asked for energy, that there's something they had on or something that they didn't realize or something.
Could be like that. You had your thing on and you almost zapped yourself.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother story. I made a talisman, and then the talisman was to keep all spirits away, but then I forgot I was wearing it, and I tried invoking. So that didn't work so well, and I just got a blast back from the talisman when I did it.
Okay, so Philippa's night, glad it wasn't her. Melissa says, thank you. I felt so much good energy. Have hope you all felt mine. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Everybody who participated in this, because
Thank you all.
for me, this whole thing has been about healing from the time I was like 4 years
And
old.
hey, it's got to be that much more effective when a bunch of people are aiming their energy at healing a person rather than,
Yeah, just one
doing it
random
ourselves.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Writer says, not used to receiving, perhaps not easy for some people, no matter how much they may want it.
That's true too.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we have those issues. I know the first time I went in for a healing, I felt I needed to earn it. Needed to deserve it, that I had to have done enough healing on other people that it was now okay for me to receive healing from, the universe, which is, a problem. I don't have any more, thank goodness, but still, it's like, especially people that are healers by nature, we're more likely to give energy to other people than we are to give energy to ourselves and accept energy for ourselves. I think on some level we think somehow we're being selfish, which it isn't. Taking care of ourselves is a good thing. Otherwise we won't be around to help anybody else.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it. Marisol says, is it good to send your name with location and the illness, or just the name and location is fine? Well, see, it depends upon what's going on. I mean, we don't necessarily need to know what the specific issue is.
But I think it helps.
It can help.
It can help because we could target that issue specifically instead of being a more generalized healing energy.
But
it is pretty
sometimes,
generalized.
right,
So,
but sometimes the issue that's presenting itself is not the cause or the underlying problem. So letting the healing energy decide where to go and how to work can
That's
sometimes
true. Yeah.
be better. It all depends.
Yeah, just giving them the energy and let their body, their
Yeah.
guardians work with it, whatever.
Orestes says, thank you so much for the opportunity to attend this practice. I just started with witchcraft 2 days ago. Wow, that's
Well,
awesome.
hey, I'm sure.
So I don't know if any of you received my energy, but I did my best. I think that's marvelous. Welcome
Me
to
too.
the path.
I'm sure it helped. Every little
I'm
bit
sure.
helps. Yeah.
And
Even if
Ryder
you-
says, I really enjoyed tonight. Thank you, everyone, and Siofra and Ian, much appreciated for the energy tonight. And Moonfire Dawn says, this was pretty intense. Thanks for making this possible. Canary says, I really enjoyed that tree meditation, helping my Kundalini go higher. Yep, and it's a gentle way of doing that, which is one of the things I like about it. When I was little, that's how it started for me. My spirit voices would come when I was going to bed in the evening and give me exercises to do. And the very first exercise I remember them giving me was imagining my energy in my tailbone and slowly moving all the way up my spine through my chakras. I didn't know what a chakra was, but that was what they were having me do. And it's kind of interesting.
Well, my personal view is that awakening Kundalini should be kind of like curling, where you just, you're not forcing it away. It's like you're just sweeping all the stuff out of the path of the energy so that it can flow freely on its own, rather than trying to pull it up and shove it through. Because if you're trying to force it and shove it through your built-in obstacles, then you're just going to create havoc for yourself.
So Sacred Cottage wants to know if we can do this once a month or every other month. I think we can do this again for sure.
I think so. I think once a month would be good. I don't know if you want to put it instead of a regular live.
Well,
or
it
as a
is
regular
alive,
live, yeah,
so yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see how often we have the energy to do this. But yes, absolutely. Yes, the first half is available to watch on YouTube now that the premiere is over, so you can do that part again and again and again and again, however often you want. And it's a good beginning for doing your own personal practice, circle. If you
get
have
your energy moving, visualize the energy, all the various little things that come with it.
I found when we were working with a group of people, the tree meditation, when you're in a circle with a group of people all doing it together, there comes a point where it shifts and you become the tree. Everyone there becomes the outside of the tree. Your roots are all connected together and the whole group is connected to the planet. And then when you're bringing in the energy with the healing chant, more often than not, we would have the goddess pull all the way down in the center of our circle and just be there by the time we were finished doing the healing chant, and we would just be speechless just struck dumb and enjoying the energy when that would happen. So it's a very powerful meditational practice, and it was sort of disappointing when the group sort of exploded. I was thinking about that the other day. It's like everything was going well, we were working well together, and I thought, okay, now it's time to take us to the next level. I gave everybody a very small amount of homework, and that was the end of the group. Apparently doing homework was not okay with them.
Well, I don't think homework was the cause.
Well,
but
not the only thing, but that certainly seemed to have been what happened. So, Jonathan says, it felt like Ian made it easier to send him healing energy.
I did. I opened to the energy for sure.
Good. Yes. Makes me want to evaluate how open I am to receiving positive energy. It's a good part of the process of learning about who we are and, you know, what our own blockages might be, definitely. Especially to our own health and wellness and joy, all that stuff. The writer says, almost like the tree memorizes you. That's beautiful. It is amazing, actually. I just love group work because there's so much more that happens in a group than just by yourself. But, you know, it's like the way it is as far as that goes. Canary says that Jonathan, yes, some people were more open than others. I'd be curious to know how open people felt I was to the healing compared to others. Writer, sending you energy was fun, joyous, I even laughed. Sacred Cottage says, I also felt the snap sending him energy for you. Your hand definitely opened up. Yeah, and it was like these two fingers, they were just all of a sudden just filled up and pulsing with energy. And I just like, all right, that's awesome. Okay. So even with our glitches, I think this was a rousing success, apparently.
Me too.
For at least for those of us who decided we wanted to participate, which is a good enough group. Any more people, we might not have been able to do this in 3 hours.
Well, that's the thing. We'll just limit the time, and then we'll get in whoever we can get in.
Yep.
As many as we can do, and then, yeah.
Yeah, do what we can. So, all right, guys. Since it's an hour on this part, and it was a half an hour on the other part, so I guess it's time for us to go. And thank you all. Send us all your comments, anything you want, and let us know, you know, how things are going. When they say what you do at the weekend. Night, everyone, and speak to you all next Sunday. Thank you all and blessings, Philippa says. I saw Ian typing, so his thing should pop up on my screen any second. Have some pie.
People might be hungry.
Yes,
I wish we had some pumpkin pie, which we don't have at the moment.
I can make us some
put a
pumpkin
piece
pie.
on there, yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you all very much for being willing to attempt this, and I'm very pleased with all that we managed to do. So,
Awesome, yay.
Yep.
Yay to everybody.
Yay to everybody. Love you all, and blessed be to everybody out there. So, see you next time. Food, yes.
Thirsty. I don't have anything for thirsty. Better not put a baby bottle in.